I just got off the phone with a friend of mine, let's call him Michael, for the sake of this video and to maintain his privacy. Honestly, the conversation broke my heart. Michael is 42. He owns his own business, he's in great shape, he's kind, he's everything women say they want. He went on a date last night, dinner, drinks, great conversation. He dropped 3,000 Rand, opened the car door, the whole gentleman routine. He thought it went perfectly. He woke up this morning to find he was blocked, no text, no explanation, just deleted. He asked me, Raquel, is it even worth it anymore? Why am I working this hard to be treated like an option by women who bring nothing to the table? And I didn't give him the soft answer. I didn't tell him there's plenty of fish in the sea. I told him the truth. I said, Michael, right now, no, it is not worth it if you keep dating like it's 2015. You are entering a market that is bankrupt. You are trying to be a provider for women who are looking for a fan, not a partner. I told Michael to stop. Stop the dates. Stop the spending. Pull your attention back 100%, because the only way to win a rigged game is to walk away from the table. If you feel like Michael tired, used and invisible, it's time to stop auditing the woman and start auditing your strategy. The moment you stop chasing is the moment you become the prize. Let's perform an autopsy on Michael's date, because most of you are making the exact same mistake and calling it chivalry. Michael thought that by paying 3,000 Rand, opening doors and listening to her talk about the astrology sign for 2 hours, he was showing high value. He thought he was demonstrating that he is a provider, a protector, a catch. But what did she see? She didn't see a provider. She saw a purchaser. In 2026, when a man leads with his wallet and his compliance, he isn't signaling confidence. He is signaling that he believes his personality alone isn't enough. He is paying a tax just to be in her presence. The moment Michael put that credit card down without her even reaching for a purse, the dynamic shifted. He wasn't the prize anymore, he was the fan. And women do not sleep with their fans. They extract resources from them, they get their ego validation, and then they block them because deep down they don't respect the man who tries to buy what should be freely given. She blocked Michael not because he was bad, but because he was boring, he was predictable, he was safe. And in this modern dating market, safe is just another word for irrelevant. We also have to talk about the environment Michael is operating in. He's 42. He grew up in a world where if you were fit, employed and kind, you were in the top 10%. Today, that gets you in the door of the maybe pile. The woman Michael took out, let's be honest, she's average. She works a mid-level job, she has debt, she has baggage. But because of the device in her pocket, she has 5,000 men in her DMs telling her she's a goddess. She has an artificial inflation of her own market value. So when Michael sits there being nice, she isn't comparing him to the guy at the gas station. She is comparing him to the phantom billionaire she thinks she deserves, because she saw a TikTok about manifesting a high-value man. This is why I told Michael the market is bankrupt. You are trying to negotiate a deal with someone who doesn't understand basic economics. She wants the authority of a traditional husband, but the freedom of a modern feminist. She wants Michael to pay like it's 1950, but she wants to act like it's 2035. And the only way to win that game is to refuse to play it. Michael asked me, so what do I do? Just die alone? And this is where it gets interesting, because I told him to do the one thing that terrifies every nice guy on the planet. I told him, Michael, you need to become the villain in her story. Not an abuser, not a jerk, but a man who is so ruthlessly prioritized on his own mission that her validation means absolutely nothing to him. I told him to go on a dating detox, 6 months. No apps, no dates, no free dinners. You take that 3,000 Rand you spent on a stranger and you put it into your business. You take the 2 hours you spent listening to her complain and you go to the gym. You take the emotional energy you spent wondering why she blocked you and you put it into building a legacy that she will eventually brag about knowing. Because here is the dark truth about female psychology that nobody wants to say out loud. Women are not attracted to men who are looking for a partner. We are attracted to men who are building an empire and don't seem to care if we are there or not. The moment you need us, we get the ick. The moment you ignore us to build your life, we get curious. So here is exactly what happened next. Michael listened to me, he went ghost, he didn't block her, he just stopped existing in her world. He took that energy he was using to chase women and he put it into his business. He went to the gym 5 days a week. He started reading again. He stopped watching her Instagram stories. He became completely obsessed with his own life. For 3 weeks, there was silence. Nothing. And most men would have cracked. Most men would have sent a double text asking if she was okay. But Michael held the line. He realized that his dignity was worth more than a date. And then, exactly 28 days later, guess who popped up on his phone? The same woman who deleted him. The same woman who thought he was boring because he was too available. She sent him a text at 10:30 at night on a Thursday. And do you know what it said? It said, "Hey stranger, I was just thinking about you." This is what we call the zombie text. She came back from the dead because she sensed that he had moved on. She sensed that he was no longer a source of free validation. When Michael stopped chasing, he created a vacuum, and her ego couldn't handle the silence. She needed to know if she still had him on the hook. In 2026, women do not respect what comes easily. We are wired to seek out the man who has options, the man who is busy, the man who is on a mission that is bigger than us. When Michael was buying her dinner and opening her door, he was easy. When he disappeared to build his empire, he became a challenge. Michael called me the next morning and asked me what he should reply. He asked if he should play it cool or if he should ask her out again now that she was interested. And I told him the most important thing I have ever told a client. I said, "Michael, you do not reply. Because if you reply, you are telling her that your silence was just a tactic. You are telling her that you were just waiting by the phone for a month. If you reply, you lose. The win is not getting the girl back. The win is realizing you never needed her to begin with. The win is keeping your peace." Michael deleted the text. He didn't reply. And for the first time in 10 years, he felt powerful. He felt like a king. So to answer the question, is dating worth it in 2026? No. Not if you are playing their game. But if you are willing to walk away, if you are willing to build yourself until you are the one choosing instead of the one waiting to be chosen, then yes. But you have to be willing to let them go first. If you are tired of losing, if you are tired of the games, and you want the exact blueprint I gave Michael to rebuild his confidence and his status, you need to be inside the inner circle. We are not just complaining about women in there, we are decoding the psychology so you never get played again. Click the link pinned in the comments below. Join us and start playing by your own rules. I will see you on the inside.